So this summer I'll be shooting a feature film in Trollywood, or Trollhättan as it's more known. And I thought I'd do some video blogs about the life during that shoot, and try to show some behind the scenes from my perspective on my work. So here is part one, which is the grand tour of the production office. Where I show you where we'll be mainly be working in pre-production. Um, so this is like uh, one of the smaller offices. During the shoot, probably one of the directors will be sitting in here, having their private space, being able to use a couple of whiteboards to put up references and stuff, so they can communicate how they want the film to look, and also be able to close the door and have a little privacy. This is a similar room, which will probably be used by a director or someone at that department, the director's AD or maybe a producer. Here we have a lot of power cords, which is an interesting tidbit, because a lot of the film workers have lug around, laptops, iPads, smartphones, and other electrical gadgets, but a lot of hotels aren't really equipped for this kind of work. So when people get back to the hotel, they want to recharge all their stuff, and then they have to climb on their beds and try to find some power cords. Therefore, it's always good to have a lot of power cords at the production office, so people can just grab one and bring to the hotel so they can hook up their equipment. I'll also do a follow-up on that at my hotel room, so you can see how it looks. This is my workstation. I normally don't use a Mac Mini. This is just I took the opportunity to do a reinstall on it. So my main setup is my MacBook Pro that I'm using with an external monitor that is a little bit bigger, and I have an external keyboard and a mouse. And on my MacBook Pro screen, I normally have my emails, my inbox on that screen, and on the bigger screen I have my web browser or Excel documents that I use, or maybe Word. So that is my main working screen, while the smaller screen is just for emails, so I can keep track of them when I get them. And I always shut off my notifications so that I can keep my attention focused at what I need to do. I thought I also focused a little bit on this label maker, which is a really good tool to have, and I always start a production with labeling up all my personal stuff, like iPad, iPhone chargers, or my MacBook charger, because people have a tendency to just, oh, I need to have that now, and they just grab it. So when they grab mine now, they will see that it belongs to me, and hopefully they'll give it back when they are finished. On the board there, we have a lot of documents used for the pre-production. The colored papers are our shooting schedule. It's purposely while I don't go in closer on them, because there's there's a lot of secretace due to those stuff. All the equipment here and the office materials and the kitchen stuff is stuff that I brought from Stockholm in a van that I took here from the production company that they have in storage that they have used in other productions. So with that, we don't need to buy this stuff just for this production. So we're just reusing the older stuff. I chose to highlight this printer because it's a really good multifunctional printer. I'd recommend it any day. So back to the thing where I brought all that stuff. I think it's a really good thing to reuse stuff and not buy new things for the production. Here is the studio. I chose not to go in there at this moment. Maybe, if you really want me to, I can do another video about showing the studio. However, we'll not be in there ourselves shooting. So I don't know how much of an interesting video it will be, just showing you an empty studio. So here we have the future wardrobe office. More stuff that I brought from Stockholm. so that we don't need to buy it. And during the shoot, we will have most of our wardrobe out on set. So I don't know how much we will be using this area, but I think the prep week before we start to shoot, they will have all the clothes in there. And here we have a makeup room where the actors get their hair and makeup done in the morning before we shoot. So this is a really well equipped room, I have to say, and it's good because they have four stations. So in the theory, you could do 4 actors at the same time. There we have a portable makeup mirror, which is really practical. However, it's really rare that you have that many people being in makeup at the same time. Normally, you have maybe 1 or 2 people. Here we have a little lounge, which is the main use is for studio shooting. So when say you have shooting in the studio and you have like 2 hours reset of the lamps and the camera, then the actors can go up here, lay down, read the script, or maybe take a little nap, so they don't have to stand around waiting while the technicians do their thing. We have some power cords and also a little sink. And behind these doors we have more lounges. Down this corridor we have another restroom and a shower, which is perfect for the actors when they have done when they remove the makeup after the shooting is finished. They can go in here, take a shower, get freshened up, and finally we have this kitchen area which is really good because then you can cook your lunch here instead of taking takeaway every day. And it's also a good place to have meetings in when the production office gets a little bit more crowded. Then you can have a meeting here if you need to gather all the people, or if you want to be a little bit more private and have a close meeting, you can also have it here and not being disturbed in the production office if there's a lot of stuff going on in there. So please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you have any topics that you want me to cover during these video blogs. So let me know by writing a comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them. Take care.